here. Let's call it trade. I know I live a mess. Been a rough few days. Um, Unsure if anybody's gonna join. We'll wait and see. If nobody joins in 10 or so minutes, I'm gonna just. Oh, who's here? Somebody's here. Let's see who's here. Um, my dad and my stepmother about to show up and play with my son, so let me mute this just for a second while they come in and my dog goes crazy. 1 second. Alright, so who's in here? Who is here? If you have any questions, feel free to ask. For some reason, this is not letting me connect my futures account right now, so I can't really trade. I will just connect the paper trading account, I guess, for whatever. So basically this just looks like more death. But yeah, just kind of doing whatever. Weekend's all right. I appreciate you asking. My son had a allergic reaction yesterday, so it's been pretty rough and annoying. But just kind of getting more annoyed because I can't get my futures account connected, so just kind of doing whatever. Oh, he's fine now. He's a lot better now. But he had it rough yesterday, man. Real rough. Um, just kind of hanging out. Do you have any questions or anything? Since you're the only one in here, I think I'm gonna just answer your questions and do whatever for you, and then jump out. I want to make sure you're all good. Nobody's really hopping in these days. I need to actually let people know that I'm doing them, I guess, again. But as you can see, I am just fucking around with this, trying to get this to work, but it does not want to. So, just kind of watching. Anybody have any questions? Am I talking to you? Anybody? There's only two of you in here. So when it comes to futures, the way that I like to do it is, so as you can see this, right, like drop, drop, drop. Now this just looks like it's consolidating for a big drop again. But not only that, um, futures are going to be more so like momentum trading because they're so fast that you need to like be in and out. Usually, like you see, this didn't even take a minute for me to get in and out, right? So small, quick trades repeatedly. Okay, ask the overall question whenever you got it. this to me looks like a wedge for a drop. You could even go out to say that. Something like that. And it's at the top of a very long channel that has been rejecting for a while. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say QQQ is going to, we could see something like this, but we're gonna come back down. Oh yeah. I'll show you it right now. So this is the 15-minute right now, and this line right here is the 9 EMA. So let's just look at it subjectively, okay? So let's go back as far as, what's this? The 1st of July, okay? So we get below, next candle we're out already. That's already a 5 to 10% move on a play. But if you would have held it, you would have. So the way that I like to do it is, if I get in something and it reverses and touches the 9 EMA again, I will average down at the 9 EMA. Now the next candle, if the next candle ends up being fully above, that's my exit. So say for example, I entered, where is it? I entered my puts here and I didn't exit on these two. And I saw this and I entered, I averaged down again. Now let's just hypothetically say that the next candle started here. I'm out. That's my exit point. But I know that the 9 EMA is going to tend to bounce. So as you can see, bounce. This one, no bounce. Well, technically this is kind of a bounce right here. So you wouldn't have gotten in this one. You would have gotten in this one as your call. So again, start over here. Put, out, waiting, call, out. This is a brand new day, so you're waiting here. This is you don't start at the very beginning of the day. You're not going to get in something, so you're going to wait. This would have been your entry in inputs, because if you notice, it's fully below. So boom, and if say you didn't, you got inputs this one because you say, you know, this is kind of, this would have been a loser, but then your next play would have been a winner. 200-day EMA, you already know what to do on your 200-day EMA. Enter on this one, exit, enter, exit. And then, you know, if you would have held some runners from even here, you would have made from 280 all the way up to 300 basically. So this one you would have entered on and exited on the same candle. And if you didn't, that would have been a loser. This is an example of a loser, but as you can see, it's mostly accurate. So I am not going to say 20%. So the way that I like to do it is I'll get in something, and I'll get in it for. So let's just say I'm going to buy 10 contracts. What I'll do is I'll buy, with the 15-minute chart, I'll get 14 days out within $5 of this current price. So if I'm getting puts, it'll be within $5 below. If it's calls, it'll be within $5 above. And what I'll do is I'll sell for profit 8 of my contracts for 5 or 10%, depending on how choppy things are that day. If it's not super choppy and it's mainly let me see. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. If it's not choppy, you know that it's like, for example, this area right here is not choppy, right? So this is your day. The entire day is not choppy. So once you got in your play, maybe the first one you exit for 5%, and then the one after that, after you see that the trend is very strong, you then exit for 10% on those 8. But then the last 2 is where I will go for like 20% or 25%. And what I'll do is I have a trailing stop loss of 5 or 10% as well on that. So like if on those last 2 I go down to negative 5%, say, so like I'm up 5% and then I sell, and then those last 2 go down to 0 and then down another 5%, I'm going to cut them just so I can net overall wins. Okay. Does that make sense? So my runners I'm selling for about 20%, while my normal 80% of my position is going to be sold for about 5 or 10%. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but it compounds over and over and over again. The purple line is the 200-day EMA. So this is your 9 EMA and this is your 200-day EMA. Okay. Let's see, do I ever check the first minute candle on the minute chart to confirm direction of trend to the 15-minute? No. When I'm doing this, I'm not even trading the first 30 minutes of the day. I'm waiting 30 minutes before I trade. Always waiting at least 30 minutes. And if after that 30 minutes are up, I still don't feel like there's a direction or something presenting itself, I might wait another 30 minutes or at least 15 minutes before I decide to do something. And that's just being patient. As you trade more and more often, you'll learn that the patience and taking setups and things that are high probability is going to be what makes the difference for you. And being consistent, taking small wins over and over is going to be what makes you kind of do your thing. I might have read it wrong. Okay, so I think you're saying like this. So say like we're already here, and I see, for example, this candle start coming in, right? And you're saying like switching it to like here to see, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Let me get all the way over here though. It's like way over yonder. It's like way over here. Something like this. I get what you're saying. So like if this was a 15-minute section, right? You're saying like, am I going to check this candle to see that? I won't check the first, but let's say we're like 5 minutes in or 3 minutes in to a 15-minute candle. I will go and check like this or this and see like how that candle is starting to look. I do check different time frames. I switch extended and regular on and off during the day. So like pre-market and everything, I'll have extended on. During the first like couple hours, I'll have extended on, and I'll just keep toggling them on and off. And the reason is because if you notice, right, this moves depending on where it's at, and your stock kind of pivot points and breakthrough areas can be in different spots depending on this. And then it'll start to make sense why it's doing whatever it did. When I backtested, I observed that the first 15-minute candle was already going against me, and then the second one was bad. So yeah, Gons, what you want to do is when it comes to this, right? don't think so much about the first don't think so much about that. Like you want to look just look for your crosses. If you're religious with your crosses, you'll win more often than not, right? So look at this. So if you just respect your crosses and you hold on to them for a second and you let them hit your targets, you're usually going to be good. Gonzo. Okay, cool. But yeah, so don't trade the first like part of the day, and then also whenever you see a candle starting, maybe the 15-minute candle starting, take the time to go and look at the smaller time frames to see like oh, is there a pattern within a pattern? Because a lot of times you'll see like this, for example, somewhere like before this candle started breaking, I guarantee you on the 1 minute chart had bear flags like crazy showing itself, and then it broke through that 1 minute bear flag and then went down, and then boom, we went back up because overall we're technically in a bull formation, but this right here is a mini bear formation, so you can use that stuff to your advantage. Yeah, so the way that I'm looking at it is cross, next candle fully above or below, so whatever way that cross is, right? So but fully below, fully above, I'm entering, and I'm exiting with a hard stop loss or a hard profit take. Any other questions, guys? What do you mean by bracket order? Are you saying something like that? Where you have like your take profit and your stop loss like that? Yeah, you can do that. You can do that on Webull and shit too. Now, I'll do it on here, like when I'm trading my futures and stuff. I don't use Thinkorswim, but I know it's a good source. But I don't personally use it myself. What is the feeling that QQQ is going to tank? Oh, I absolutely think it's going to tank. I was saying that earlier, that just looking at it, it's been rejecting, like, worst case scenario is we break down for a second and then pop back up to test this and then break down again. But like, look, every time we've touched the top of this channel since November, so I'm thinking maybe something like this happens. But like we're not breaking out of this channel for a while. And this has been since November, so. To talk on the strategy that you're talking about. Uh, I'm not gonna look at HKD. Well, first of all, HKD I don't think even has options, so you can't even do anything on that. And don't fuck with Chinese stocks. Period. Unless it's BABA, and I wouldn't even mess with BABA. Just don't mess with Chinese stocks. MEGL. This is the thing that you need to understand. This is kind of like general gist of things. So, did it have a legitimate reason to run? Yes or no? Yes, then leave it alone. No, then what you're going to do is you're just literally going to wait for it to show a top and get puts or short it, and it'll reverse, because 9 times out of 10, and we can look at AMC as an example if you want. Let's take a look at it. Let's see, where is it? Anytime one of these stocks flies, every time one of these stocks fly and short squeezes for no reason, it rejects. So this short squeeze rejected, showed a top and rejected, showed another top and rejected, showed another top and rejected, showed another top, rejected, and then fully rejected, and then just went down. Tried to come back, formed another top and rejected, right? It formed a bunch of tops and rejected, showing that it wasn't gonna last. And then we finally found a peak area, this 45-50 range, and then super rejected all the way down. So like, overall, and if you want to look at it on a more like this type of chart, when we went crazy, we then rejected very hard. And this happens with every stock that has no reason to squeeze like this. They pop, and then they die. And they normally go back to where they started. So like this stock should eventually go back to around $7 or so. And it actually did almost hit that area, right? So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for something to go crazy, and then for literally no reason. So this, what was it that did that before? I think it was like Bed Bath and Beyond or something like that did it. Let me try and find something else that did it recently. You can even look at Rev, right? Every time it pops, it rejects. Reject. Probably going to reject. This one will actually probably stay going up just a little bit longer, just because they had the news that they're going to get bailed out of that. But as you can see, the big pops always reject. And this happens with almost every stock. So stop trying to look for the before pop. So stop trying to catch this and start catching this, because once this happens, this is inevitable every time. Once that happens, this is inevitable every time. Right? Every time. Never fails. Right? This one took a little longer, but the pop, reject. And y'all are very welcome about answering questions. I mean, this is why I do this. There's not going to be an indicator to really indicate a top per se. You just have to be looking at it and see like is it starting to is there something else there, right? Like for this the 200-day EMA was all the way up here, forming that resistance, right? For let's see what happened with AMC that would have helped you understand it was the top. So for AMC, what helped you understand it was the top was when we had this massive green candle, and then it started rejecting, and this wick was super long. And then this was the super key. It formed an inside candle, an inside day, and was extremely volatile the entire day. This was your big hey, something big is about to happen. Let me watch it. Let me be prepared. And just, I mean, like, look, this candle started here. So it started here. Somehow managed to rocket all the way to $73 and then end the day here. So this is your indicator that we weakened. We hit a top and we weakened. And then you have another weak candle or large wicked candle that's showing you we're going to reject. Yes, or you can wait for a 50% fib pullback. There's a few things you can do, but understand that this would have been really hard to fib pull, right? Because you would have been fib pulling from here. Like this is your original fib pull, right? So that's it, rejected your put area and then did that. But then if you then go and put it here, so basically every time you form another new high on a candle, you just drag your top up. And now look, so we started rejecting. This candle hit the top, rejected. Now you know that you're respecting your channels. Once this candle started doing this shows you you're respecting your shit. So boom, we pop back up. This would have been a good another entry for puts right here off this line. And then you exit, according to this last pop, you would have exited either here or here, which again pops up. The minute you go below here, you enter more, exit on the next line, enter on the reject, exit again. This might have been a false entry right here on more puts, exit on the cross back up, and then just wait. I fucked up there. I don't know what I did, but whatever. You get the point. So in this market, I don't necessarily recommend long-term swings. Everything is way too volatile. It's not reacting to things how it should be. Now with this 15-minute time frame, if you're using the 9 EMA, if you even just notice, so even if you use the daily time frame, if you use the daily time frame, you can probably still use the 9 EMA. And this will be for several days that you can hold it for. So for at least 3 to 4 days, probably you can hold something for. Definitely something you could use for still swing trading. Just understand that it's so volatile in this market. Now what would be nice though is if you have something like this, right? You hold this, you get in this call, and then but let's look at an actual real stock that's not full of shit. So this is what it looks like on a daily chart, QQQ, right? You would have entered calls, would have not went your favor unless you decided to average down, then it would have went in your favor. You wouldn't have entered puts. You probably entered calls again here. Exit, enter puts, average down. So it can be done. You can definitely do swing, but you have to. Which horizontal lines? How about these? Or are you talking about when I was in AMC? Those were fibs. So like for this, right? Daily chart, I'm looking for a put. This was my top, this was my last low. This is kind of going to be my area. So what I'm looking for is a break into here, and then a potential like kind of bounce and reject, and then a break back in, because that break back in here is going to be what really sets it down. And I could even do this too, right? Because this is technically a low. So I could do that. And now I'm technically in my put zone. And I'm just waiting for the breakout, because then once this breaks down, it'll break pretty bad. So it could be either way, and it all depends on how you, as the user, drawer, whatever, how far out you want this play to go, right? How long do you want it to take till it hits the fruition? Let's see if this shit will let me fucking get in here now. Yes! Let's fucking go. Alright, baby. Alright. Let's see what I can do with this. Probably gonna hit something like that. Oh wait, let me see what's up with, ooh. Yeah. See if I can't. I'm kind of scared that I'm gonna hit one of them real quick. Actually, yeah, that kind of looks like that's what it's gonna do. Hold up. We're just gonna wait for the one or the other. All right. Anyone have any questions? I know I look a mess. All right. Well, I guess maybe I'll just watch me do a trade then. Hopefully it goes in my favor. Hoping we hit this little 80 and then pop down real quick.
Order filled.
Oh shit. I didn't know it says all that. Alright, it's actually a pretty good spot. I knew I wanted to buy this bitch at 81, whatever. This should probably be pretty solid, I'm hoping. Unless this decides to go against me really bad. It's all good. I'm hoping that this isn't gonna bull flag me out. I thought this channel would reject one more time. Find out soon enough. That moon cycle stuff is definitely pretty cool. I've been watching it more and more. Dang.
Order filled.
Just a little something. You don't need a lot with these, man. Just a little 10 spot. Of course, I'm happy. I'm always happy to jump in the stream with you guys and do this with y'all. It's what I enjoy doing. So I almost didn't jump on today, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I almost didn't.
Order filled.
Oh shit! Didn't wait for me. little tenor.
Order filled.
There we go. So as y'all can see, futures are very fast and just like small wins, small wins, small wins. So I wanted to actually show y'all something so that you can see how crazy it is. So look at this. These are the 2 days that I've been trading on this little whatever. Average win is 400, 500, whatever. But both days I was negative over $500, $700 at one point. I had to do 88 trades, 43 trades that day. That's within a 24-hour period. My average winning trade was only 40 something dollars, right? My losing trades were huge because I only had a couple losers, right? So as you can see, 14 wins in a row, 3 losses, 13 wins, 2 losses. All it takes is a little, you just holding on to something a little longer than you should for it to fuck you up. So see, like if I would have held on to that, I'd be screwed. So like right now is a good time to probably do this. And so like if we break out of here, this would be a good, hoping it'll pop down real quick, hit my order, and then pop back up. What am I doing right now? I'm just trading some futures. I'm just basically just looking at this and looking around, just trying to get a little quick.
Order filled.
Then hopefully this will just pop up real quick. Come on, give me $10. And if it hits negative 50, then I'm just gonna cut it probably, or maybe 100. I'm hoping this isn't like a, sometimes they like to fake you out with a small break tweezer top. Ooh. Might just flip it over.
Order filled.
This motherfucker. See, but this is why it's so, like, see, now I'm down almost 90 something bucks when I should have been up. If I would have held that, I'd be up right now.
Order filled.
I'm just gonna let that go. I'm gonna wait on it. Yeah, so that happens, but they're very fast. So, and I could be down this $100, and then within 10 minutes of me ending this stream, I could be up $400. This is literally just how it is. Curious to see. So like now would be a good time to say, hey, what is this doing on a bigger time frame? And now it looks like we could potentially come up some more for a big drop. So like when you zoom out, things start to make more sense. But looking at this, we should probably come up some more and then drop. And this would probably be where we reject if we even do go up some more. But it's very possible that we don't. Any of y'all got any questions? Want me to look at anything? Do here. See, this is why you wait when it starts getting choppy. Because this looks like it wants to go up, but last time we had one of those, we went up and then died. And this candle went dumbass. What the fuck was that? Right at the end of the day on the 7th? Oh no, that was the first candle of today? Jesus Christ. Probably going to fill that gap. Alright guys, I don't see anyone having any questions or anything. I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream. I appreciate the few of you that showed up today and had questions. And if y'all have any other questions or want me to do anything for you, just let me know and I'm happy to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and end it today. So y'all have a great one.